I already prepped my brows. I already did my eyeshadow. The previous 2 videos will be linked somewhere here. Next, I'm gonna be doing my face routine. This is for oily combo skin. If you have dry skin, I don't think any of this is relevant to you. But I have very, very oily skin. So the first thing that I do is the Smashbox Photo Ready primer. This is an old one, but they did change their packaging. They do still carry it. So I just go ahead and put it all over my face. With a stippling brush like this, I'm just gonna go ahead and pack the product and really smooth it over my face. The reason why I like this is because it has silicone in it. It's very slippery, which is perfect for my very, very oily skin. It doesn't let the product budge, and it just looks so flawless and so beautiful in photos. It looks gorgeous in person, and it's definitely my all-time favorite primer. I don't switch up a lot of things on my face, and this is one of my ride or dies. Next, for foundation, again, I don't really change a lot on my foundation. I only use the MAC Studio Fix foundation and concealer, or this Clinique Beyond Perfecting 2-in-1. If those 2 are out, then I will use the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I've only used maybe a bottle or so of that one, but of the MAC and of the Clinique, I have used probably 4 or 5 bottles each. So I definitely recommend this if you are acne prone and if you are oily. Those 2 foundations are perfect. Next, with a beauty sponge, this one is just from e.l.f. I like to dab it and press the product into the skin. So now, since I'm done with that, I will be taking a little bit more on that doe foot applicator. Since this is a 2-in-1, it is buildable coverage, and I just put it underneath my eyes like so. And then I just take the sponge and really concentrate it in that area and try not to move the product around too much. So next, for powder, I do have several different powders. I've used this Revolution Luxury Baking Powder. It is in the banana color. And then I've also used this Peach Perfect one. It's the Translucent Peach Whisper. Today I'm going to be using the Too Faced one. But basically, I need to set all of this because I am oily. If you have dry skin, you probably don't need to do that, but since I'm oily, I have to. And I basically just pour a little bit into the lid. A small little brush like this, just a little detailing one, and I try and look up, and I set the bottom of my eye first because that is where I crease the quickest. So next, being careful and taking just a little bit, I'm gonna do the side of my face next, because this is the second area crease, and around the nostrils. Now this, I do it in a little buffy motion like this to kind of get in that little area right there. Next, I'm gonna be putting on the forehead and connecting it to that little mask thing that we did earlier. And now, because everything is set, you could swipe off excess, but while the foundation is wet, you want to pat it. Do not swipe it when the foundation is wet. You will make a mess. So now, for a little bronze moment, I'm going to take an angle brush and I'm going to put it into this contour shade, and I'm just going to go right where the cheeks are. Now, because my face is very round and I want it to look a little less round and a little more defined, I put it on the top points here. Now, if you have a different bone structure than me, you're going to definitely want to do your research and see where you'd like it, but see how this makes my face look more defined. So next, for blush, I'm going to be taking this Kylie one in the color Hot and Bothered, and I just take this MAC brush and I lightly dip it. Hers are really pigmented, so you have to be very careful. I cannot stress that. I barely tapped it when I did that. And what I like to do is I like to go above where I put that contour and just kind of add blush there. Next for highlighter, I am using another Kylie one. This one is in French Vanilla. I first like to take my finger and I like to put it on my Cupid's bow and a little bit on my nose, and then right here on my cheeks, just where you see where like the socket of my eye dips. I like to put it where that high point is. Now I'm going to be taking Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. Since I put a lot of powder on my face, a lot of powder products, this is going to really seal everything together and make it melt and look like skin, and it won't look as cakey. So this is, you just want to shake it up. You want to spray it at least like this much away. Close your eyes and then just spray. So this is what the foundation looks like after it dries. And you can see, I'll even tilt the light, that it doesn't look cakey. And it looks like kind of my skin. It doesn't look so much like makeup. And depending on what kind of mood I'm going for, I'll add more blush, add more highlight, things like that. But this is basically just a simple face.